What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Lore Reloaded. As always, it is my indubitable pleasure to see every one of you. I figured we'd do some live streaming tonight, take a look at all of the fun stuff, see if we're actually going to, depending on if we have a lot of people or not, we will do some reviews. Take a look. Did you know that Trek's dead? Trek's dead because, obviously, Prodigy isn't going to happen. You know, it's not going to happen. And they don't have merchandise. I mean, if they're not selling merchandise, that means everything is failing. It's failing. So, I honestly, real talk, don't understand why or how people can take some of this stuff seriously at this point. The goalpost always moves, and I don't understand why people don't notice that. Like, so people were saying, well, they're not selling toys. And if they're not selling toys, it means that they're not making any money. Because the only way for them to sell toys is for them to make money. That's how they do it. And so they start selling merchandise, and all of a sudden, now they're just trying to take all the, they're trying to milk the people. But people aren't watching it. But they're trying to milk the people that aren't watching it, and they're making merchandise for something that isn't popular. And people continue to just fall for this stuff. Hook, line, and sinker. I don't understand it, lads. I do not understand it. I'll be honest with you. All right, so let's take a look at this. We'll be doing one at a time. Lower Decks trailer. Going to be starting with the Lower Decks trailer. Excited, as always, to see it. You know you love it. I'm not sure that I have this set up right. Hold on, let me double check. Nope, I don't, because you guys can't hear it. So I go here, I go to Properties, and then I go to that. I hit OK. Still can't hear it. Huh. Well, this is going to be quite the interesting affair if you guys can't hear this. So I'm going to be setting that up. While I'm setting that up, you guys can be talking. Paramount used marketing. It's super effective. I agree. I agree that when you use marketing, that people will, in fact, watch it. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. All right, there you go. Now we can hear it. Lower Decks, Lower Decks, Lower Decks, Lower Decks, Lower Decks. Jesse Gender, as you know, the one, the only, the great Jesse Gender. Way too busy or too popular to now respond to Skype calls and, Twitter DMs. But that's okay. Not mad. Not mad, just sad. Sad that I don't get there. Jesse Gender saying, hey there, what's up, beautiful? Hope you're doing well. All right. Jesse, I hope you're enjoying the fact that you didn't respond after my response. I'm enjoying the fact that Fandom Menace has completely wrong. Prodigy was never going to come out. You heard it too. They have a trailer for something that's never going to be coming out. They now have merchandise. Oh, look, Star Trek Lower Decks is 46 on trending. Wait a second, guys. Wait a second. We have to tell... Hold on. I'm so confused. Let's do that. It's number 46 on trending with 1.3 thousand people liking it. That's and only 100 negatives? Wait, I'm confused. People like a Kurtzman Trek property? Confused face and then Control V to show. I absolutely love when people are toxic. People are wrong. It makes my day. It helps the cockles of this lonely heart. The trailer is a bit loud. I'll turn it down. It's fine, Jesse. I'm giving you a hard time. Phantom Menace is never right about any. Justin Wilkie. Come on, sir. Come on. They have always been around. They have always been right about everything. About everything, sir. Good, sir. Love those cockles. Well, I'm glad. In Tellarites, we... Oppo, that's not appropriate. Hey, Arctic. How you doing? How you doing, fam? You doing well? All right, so let me go ahead and hit that button. All right, and then
computer
talking 1, 2, 3. And it's a little bit louder than I am, which is hard to do. Working, living that dream. All right, so let's go ahead and do this scene by scene. You guys know how we do, and then we'll just we'll talk to it. Yeah, it was a pretty good trailer. The only thing I'm worried about, now I'll be honest with you, the only thing that really concerns me more than anything else is I don't want to see Boimler like backslide. He had a really good arc. Like, he really did come into his own. So I'd like to see him stay that confident officer, and I hope that he doesn't go back. So with first scene, and again, guys, we're just doing scene by scene, would love your opinions on this, of course. But we have a happy Mariner, who is the second waifu, Jessie Gender being the first, but the second waifu. I'm saving my virgin deck eyes. All right, talk to you later, Opal. I wonder what that's in the back, though. They got some kind of swag in the back, because they always have swag in the back. Apparently, we then have a mech fight with, is he saving like a plushie? Like the plushie Darmok guys? Then, of course, the waifu right there. With the chest, because you got to show the chest if you're going to do that. That's just what you have to do. Still have yet to see the Prodigy trailer, but managed to see the Lower Decks one. Indeed. I hope he isn't demoted for being badass. That's what I'm saying, Jesse. That's my concern. I don't want him to be demoted. I don't want him to go back and backslide, because again, he became a competent officer. I think it would be interesting to see him as a foil to Mariner. Still kind of new, still a newbie, but not what we saw when it first started, you know? So we see them outside. Of course we saw this one. This was hilarious, what they did right here.
Wow.
See, they're looking at a star, and they're out there. I'm not sure why they're out there. But then something really...
View like this makes you realize it doesn't matter what deck you work on. We're all in it together.
That's also a good setup for the joke and everything that comes in. But, yeah, I mean, the thing I really do enjoy about Lower Decks is it does take time to have that exploration spirit. Now, they set it up for jokes, and they always have. But there is a moment where it has that TNG feel to it. I really think they're doing very well with it. The buddy, if Scotty from JJ, cookie cutter policeman here. Cookie cutter policeman. Okay. And then they're left, of course, which is the joke and is like awesome sauce. Give me a second. Yeah, and then they're left on this satellite.
And they left us. How much oxygen do we have? A lot? A little? Ballpark?
Wouldn't that tell her how much she has? That's kind of funny, though. No matter who you are, I don't care. I thought Lower Decks was fun. Take it with a pinch of salt. Well, Lee Johnson, if you think it's fun, I think it's fun. And that's all that matters. I'd like to see some durable character development out of it if he is demoted. They really would have to have a really good reason that doesn't bring the character down, because that's a huge deal. Resetting the character, kind of like I didn't like what they did with Sam Mantha? Is that his name? His name's Sam. What's his last name? The engineer. I love how his name's Sam Mantha, and they call him Sam. No one got upset about that, because no one paid attention. Because, you know, it's fine. People's names can be whatever they want to be, and not everyone get upset. Calm down. They reset his character, and I don't even know why they did it. All right, so we're coming up on a big spoiler. Hey, Jesse, are you still here? Let me know. Hold on. All right, so this is going to be a huge spoiler that you might miss, and you might have missed. So if you care about spoilers, let me know. All right. I'm waiting to see if Jesse's here. Samantha Tadaro, one of the most awesome people, if you ask me. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, she probably left. I do that too. I'm not mad at her. Jesse, come back a second. Don't say what it is, but tell me if you can see the spoiler here. We also got Alligator Jones, probably the best awesome person in the world. All right, I don't know if Jesse's here or not. Can't wait for it anymore. All right, look in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm at your beck and call. So you say that, but you don't mean it. So look in the bottom left-hand corner. You see the captain. You see the second officer. You also see, wait for it, Shax. The security officer is back. Shax is back. Now people are saying, well, you know, maybe it's a something from the past. It's a flashback. Can't be though, because look who's next to the cat, the cat doctor. I can't point to it. It's the new character that's brought in. Can't be a flashback, Jesse. Can't be. He's brought in, unless they're going to try to retcon it and say he was there before Shax. We never see him with Shax though. Never see him with Shax. So it's less likely a flashback. And if it is a flashback, that is sucky, is what I'm going to say. Sucky. That's an official Star Trek term, in fact. You know what I'd love? This was Ketwalski's idea, but I think what would be great is that he pretended to be a pack lead, and he's just wearing, he still has on his Starfleet security uniform, but he just has the helmet of a pack lead, and they never catch on at any point. I think that'd be cool. I would have loved for him to survive. Now the transporters were way too slow for him to be transported off, unless Badgie did something. But it would have been cool if he somehow survived, was on a pack-led ship, and they never caught on. They really got to bring him back. He was awesome. All right, let's see. Where are we? And apparently we're excited about something here. Let's see. Arena! So I'm wondering, this looks like Keisha, almost. You got Quarks in the top right-hand corner. That's kind of cool. And apparently the Mad Hatter is here as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this Keisha, or maybe it couldn't be Risa? It's Bajor. Bajor just completely sold out. Badgie's the only one to kill. That's true. Given what He-Man fans just went through, that suck is tame, good sir. Yeah, you know, I don't know a lot about the He-Man stuff, and I wasn't invested in it. I'm going to be honest with you. It's Free Cloud? Could be. I could see that. Then we have Boimler being pretty happy. Stop. Oh, I guess this goes. I don't know where she's attacking or where she is, but she's coming out. Ooh, look at that. My daughters will like that. Is that a unicorn? Got a unicorn in the left. I don't know. I'm open to you guys talking about this. I'm just trying to decipher it. Do I like this series? I think this is the most TNG series. This is the most Legacy Trek series that exists, like, on the planet. I think it's a return to form, and I think that if you liked Legacy Trek and you can deal with cartoon humor, because it is a cartoon, so you got to accept that. If you can do those two things, then yeah. Am I trying to do frame by frame? I am, in fact, trying to do frame by frame. And I think I'm succeeding at it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think I'm doing well. And so, see, this is where he comes in.
Lieutenant Kayshawn, welcome to the Cerritos.
See, this is brand new. This is something we see that he's new to the ship. And so we even see the newer character that was introduced at the end of season 1. So if he's newer to the ship and we go back here and we take a look, he's new to the ship. We take a look. He's in the frame with Shax. That means Shax is back. Has to mean. Oh. You and your fancy. I don't know if I can. Yeah, it won't let me do it. It's interesting that he has a weapon. Usually that kind of stuff wouldn't be allowed. Also, how would you... that's one thing. I get it. I get what it's for, but that's... I don't know how you would be able to effectively have him on here. By the way, Orville, OG, Star Trek, I get where you're going with that. I think Orville is its own thing. No, they didn't rip off Orville. That's dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Orville's its own thing. It's not Star Trek. It's not... it's Orville, right? And also, and I want to say this... Orville ripped off Star Trek. Now it's its own thing now. It came above it, but it ripped off Star Trek. So I don't want to hear this dumb stuff. Oh, they're ripping off Orville. No, sit down. Sit down and let adults talk. Okay? Sit down and let adults talk. Because that is the dumbest thing. Probably a reference to the fact that Darmok, Captain in TNG, had a knife. Ah, okay, I can see that. I don't understand. Having the Darmok race would be really ineffective, really inefficient. Like, you have to get, especially like in a combat scenario, you have to get information to him quickly. A headphone warning would have been, well, I don't do headphone warnings, baby. I know you want to hear me. Sometimes I'm soft, sometimes I'm talking. Just welcome to the Lore Reloaded, the ASMR Lore Reloaded. Glad to see all of you here. And sometimes I'm really loud. I mean, it happens. They all ripped off Deep Space 69. That's just truth. That's just spitting facts right there. Don't look that up, by the way. That is, that's some low quality porn right there. Nah, Orville isn't a ripoff. It's Star Trek. It had bigger balls and more... Oh, please. Please, Darth. Darth, I understand. I get it, buddy. I get it. Orville's paying you off. And I understand that. And I'm okay with it. Hey, you got to make that paper. So if you're going to get paid off, I understand. But literally, they copied specific scenarios that happen within TNG, beat for beat, getting that paper. Now, I do think that they moved past that, especially later season 2, I think. But it went one way. It's perfect humor. They can't understand him, and it's perfect. The kind of low budget where everyone has to get tested. That's true. That is true. Don't ask me how I know that. All right, so we're back here with Mariner being happy.
Ramming speed!
Okay. They're probably trying to return his mind. Probably trying to give him his memories back right here is what I'd have to say. What is Sequoia? I feel like I should know that. Sequoia. The Sequoia was a Federation shuttlecraft that was in service to Starfleet on the USS Cerritos. Oh, okay. It's just the one that got destroyed. I like how they have the little friends right there. Didn't the Universal Translator figure out Darmok's speech? It did not, no. Not going to deny that fact, Darth. Which, that you're getting paid off, or that they copied beat for beat. I'm just giving you a... By the way, for those who are new and who are watching, we like to joke around. We're just kidding. We're having some fun times. That is a lot of nipples. Those aren't nipples. They are all about getting her out of her uniform. They are really all about getting her out of her uniform. What the heck is going on here? Let's watch it together. Alright, so we're fighting Cardassians. And we're opening... Why are we opening the door that looks like it leads out to space? Is that Deep Space Nine? That could be Deep Space Nine or Tarak Nor. I can see that. What do you guys think? Those are electroids, not nipples. Maybe they're both. Dude, that'd be awesome. I kind of get a DS9 feel from that, though. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? By the way, thank you so much for coming. We're going to be taking a look at all of these going through. Had a relatively wonderful day, though. Busy. She's the Kirk of the show. It's her contract to rip her shirt off. I could see. I really like her. I think that she's a really decent character, and I think that she's grown. She has a lot of. I think she's a real character. I do. I don't think like she's Michael season 1 of Discovery character. She really has growth. She has flaws. She's basically the captain, I guess, of the show. She has a more DS9 Cisco or Kirk. I think Toss Kirk is a good fill. I'll be running Joke DS9 until it doesn't work. I'll be interesting to see what is going on in that part of space post-Dominion War. That would be really interesting to see. I agree. Then we have that's not the Cerritos getting attacked right there. That's the well, it's not even a Cerritos thing. That's the USS, what is that, McDuff? That would be the most awesome thing if that was named McDuff. What is that? The USS Mac, it's not Mick. USS MacDuff. Kyrian McDuff was a fabricated identity assumed by a Citaran. Yeah, that says the MacDuff. That's interesting. I wonder if that's connected, because you guys remember the episode where the Citarians tricked them all into thinking they were a part of a war, and they like curb stomped an innocent what's the word I'm looking for? Curb stomped an innocent government. What were your guys' thoughts on that? It would be interesting if like they somehow tied it together. What if the Citarians became a part of? And look in the background. Is it being chased by something? Is that a Cardassian ship behind it? You see that ship coming in behind them? I wonder if that's a Cardassian ship. I don't know. In the previous trailer, they had Mariner in the Five Lights torture chamber. Indeed. Indeed they did. So you got the Admiral now, who is such a good Admiral. He sends his wife, who nags him, and his daughter, his out-of-control daughter, on the same ship. So that's a positive thing.
It'll be your year to get promoted.
That what it takes?
Yes! Okie dokie.
Gotta love when they put all that stuff together. Let's see. Nothing really there to see. He does the okie dokie thing, because that's what he does. That's his tagline. Ah! So they have her in here with the Mariner HQ. That's cute.
Is Boimler.
Think of all the fun adventures he's going on.
Loads of shows being made, new ideas coming up. Channels like yours probably New games coming, so dead, no, not dying yet. Moving towards it's debatable. It can't be. So the Universal Union, it can't be dying. It literally can't be. They're creating merchandise. They have 3 new trailers out. They're coming out with 3 new seasons. 3 new seasons. 1 completely new show. This makes no sense. It'd be like, hey, I don't have any money. I'm completely poor. I'm buying a house. I'm buying a bank. I'm buying a store, a restaurant, and a store. But, I don't have any money. Oh. Round Cardassian ship designed for this season. I don't know. For a brief moment, Worf was captain of the flagship in that episode. It's true, he was. He was. Just got here. Is the title clickbait? Well, Kaladoth, most everything is clickbait. Clickbait in and of itself isn't bad. It's if you can talk about and bring what's in the title itself. So if you don't like clickbait, then you probably should get off YouTube because everyone does it, including the people that you watch. I hate that I have to be the one to tell you. I'm as upset about it as you are. But I'm really hopeful that that we can get past this and that you and I can still have the relationship that we've historically had. I'm looking forward to that. I think this is this is the start of a new beginning for us. I have seen Life, good sir. Don't knock the crazy. I have seen that in life. Don't knock the crazy. Trek hasn't been so alive in a while. It's just a matter of whether you think it qualifies. I agree. Whether you like it or not, that's the difference. All right. So Boimler's here. He's getting attacked by something. Does that weapon look... I couldn't figure out what that weapon is. Do you guys know? You always joking to love your time. Oh, Galileo, that's fine. I was joking back with you. I'm having a good time. We're enjoying this. You and me. It's you and me and you. No matter how they toss the dice, it seems to be. Well, my channel loves you, Kaladoth. Lore, if I see you in public, can I say hi to you? If you're not hugging me, then I don't know what's going on, Brett R. That's actually happened once. I was, first off, I'm never going to get big enough to be recognized. If Lindsay Ellis or, I don't know, what's his name? Any other, like, multi-million subscriber rarely gets noticed, I'm not. I did have one person yell out, "Hey, Lore Reloaded" or something. I was looking for produce. It was the weirdest thing. In fact, it's people. I'm not honestly. It's if there is a celebrityness to this, it's like F list. Paramount needs to start a Kirk show before it's too late for Shatner. I don't think Shatner would do much. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's an axe. Thanks, Universal. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Can we get a 1 in chat for how awesome Universal Union is for pointing out that it's a fracking axe? I appreciate that. Thank you, Universal. Thank you. Hold on. I don't have music, but if I had music, I'd play it for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't even know what I was talking about. Universal Union just destroyed what we were going through. We were having a good time, and then Universal...
He's going on.
Oh, God. Get him out of there.
Is that a pack lead? Those are pack leads. He's fighting pack leads. It was a pack lead axe, Universal Union. Jesus, get in the game, dude. Get in the game. It was a pack lead axe. It'd be cool if Shax was back there, if I was right. If that was like Shax right there. So they're still fighting pack leads. Okay. And then they're not able to bring him back. What species is she? In the middle right there. With the red hair? See, the interesting thing I love, the fun thing about Lower Decks is a lot of it is really just callbacks. So you really... It is a show for people who have watched Legacy Trek. It, honest to God, is. On steroids. Who did they rob this time? The Predators, that is, exactly. Not big enough to be recognized. President of our local Lore Reloaded chapter. We have over 100 chapters in 25 countries. See, you say that, but you don't mean it, Brett. What's up, Dr. Charisma? Hope you're doing well. Orions aren't multicolored like that, are they? Could be a robot. I could see that. Let's see.
I know we may not look like a lot, but when it comes to a fight, us Starfleet officers are trained to throw down at...
Alright, we'll come back to that. Let's see. What's going on? What's going on here, lads? So is that a museum? So they're at a museum. They just arrived. Isn't the dude in the middle like the guy who stole Boimler's girlfriend? Also, look in the top right there. That's not meant for children. That's not good. See the image in the top with the purple person? Can't take you guys anywhere. Then they're fighting someone. And again, they got the little plushie. That's cute. We've already seen that. Why are they repeating stuff? They're definitely fighting a robot. Are they going to go Mech Warriors, Transformers? This one's hilarious. They're fighting... So, this actually ties back to what they had. You see that our chick right here? Waifu number 3. Waifu number 3. I forget her name. Tindy. How do I forget Tindy's name? Tindy has the garbage or whatever it is. We see that actually at the beginning. So we have the garbage. They're fighting Skeletors.
To throw down at... Oh! Tindy, run!
Yeah, it says her name. And so that's what they're running from. Oh. At least it wasn't like in TNG, where Picard was fighting these same guys and gets stabbed, and he's surrounded by Starfleet officers, and he's just sitting there dying. Woo hubba hubba! We all know it's you in that artwork. It is me. That's true. That would be Riker's trombone, I'm sure. There's an alien, which they're doing for Prodigy. Guys, you have to know that Prodigy, it's not going to happen. I have it on great authority. Prodigy is not going through, okay? There's no way. So this species here that we have that looks kind of like the Prodigy species, not going to happen. Not occurring. It was a dive bar, and no, there was three sin bar? I don't know what that means.
I mean, who among us hasn't been pooped out by an alien creature? It is not... Don't touch me!
That's gross. That's gross, and nobody should... They're bad, and they should feel bad. That's what... We're not even going to pay attention to that. So, we got him back in the uniform. He's definitely leaving the Titan. But he's still an ensign, if you notice. No, he's not. Is he not an ensign? He has to get demoted. He's demoted right there, isn't he? Hold on. Where do we see him again when he was a officer? When he was on the Titan. Being brought there, but there's a place where I could have swore we saw him where he's an officer. Okay, so we'll do this the hard way. ParamountPlus.com. Decks. Please don't start playing because I don't want to get a CBS hit. Please don't start playing. Don't play. And yep, you started playing because. Why wouldn't you play? Alright, here we go. Taking a look. Man, the things I do for you people. The things I do. For love. Alright. Nope. Gonna hit that mute button. Play! Jesus. Can't take this fucking place anywhere. No, he doesn't. Does he have... Did he have other pips before? Could have swore he did. Yeah, he did. Right there. So let me show you lovely people. So he had 2 pips right here. That's... I'm not a fan of that. I am not a fan. What do you guys think? Technically, they are all officers. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I have no super chats, but I do have this. Hearts. Well, fantastic. Thank you, Donovan. Thank you. I only know that for sure because I'm playing a ton of that commander and keep having to fight those Skeletor-looking a-holes. Okay. Every scene not Titan related, he's wearing the Ensign pip. That's unfortunate. I don't want to see him get... I don't like that they did that. You know what? I'm going to talk to him personally. I'm going to get this taken care of. I'm gonna personally talk to them. All right, so we have her. She's beat up, probably, and they have to escape.
About you, my scans indicate you could lose a couple pounds.
Excuse me?
Ah, that's funny. You don't say that to women, by the way. Don't do that. That's not a good thing. It would have been funny if they did a reference though. It's like, hey, Dave. Hey. Do it, lore. Have at them. I'm going to have a conversation with them.
Our ship might not be the biggest.
That's funny to stop on. Something pretty bad probably happened there, as you can tell. Let's see. They're putting a Ceratops together. They got to get together. If Sam and Tindy don't get together, I'll be mad. It's going well, Multi-Gunman. I hope it's doing well for you, buddy. She's always beat up. That's true. That's true. Lieutenant Junior grade. He was. Alright, so let's see. Well, that's not good.
And we might.
So there's those discs. Those kind of look like the discs they were attacking beforehand. What the hell are they on, though? So, whatever's happening here, they're still in the museum, it looks like. I don't know what the hell they're on, but they're fighting some kind of disc thing. I guess they went Tron. They went full Tron here. No shipping. Wait a minute. That AI computer that insulted her sounds familiar. Okay. Doom Frisbees? Yeah. They're going straight Tron. Apparently we're crawling through stuff because that's what we do.
Once.
Come on, you've been in tougher spots than this.
Thanks, Tom Paris.
I am a little worried about the fumes in here, though. You know, since you're talking to a plate.
Guys, listen. Trek is dying. Did you know that? Do you know how Trek is dying? I know how Trek is dying. And I'm going to let you know how Trek is dying. Because they're not selling merchandise, guys. They're not selling... You see, I learned when Lower Decks came out and we were at Discovery Season 1 and Discovery Season 2 that because they weren't selling merchandise, guys, that Trek is dying. Guys, Trek is specifically dying because they aren't selling merchandise. Now, if they ever started selling merchandise, then maybe it's doing good. Maybe it's not dying. Okay? Let me check and make sure, because if they're selling merchandise, then they're going to live. Oh, wait a second, guys. They're actually starting to sell merchandise now. So now they're selling out. They're trying to just use stupid merchandise to get as much money. And they're still dying. So they're using the merchandise and they're still dying, guys. That's what's happening, okay? They're still dying even though that they have merchandise, guys. You see, they're trying to just take all the money from people. That's all it is. Okay? Okay, guys? Hardly any show relies on merchandise. Keladoth has not been watching The Phantom Menace and thus does not get the references I have been doing. It is sarcasm. I'm actually mocking several different channels that have 100,000 to 1 million subscribers that basically are talking to idiots. That's the only explanation I have for it. They are pandering to idiots that don't know how anything works. That's the only thing I can. I mean, if you guys have a different opinion, I don't know. Of course, we got a space thing, which is fantastic, I guess. Who doesn't want space buggies? The one interesting thing is that they're in their formal stuff. So I'm guessing that they're at some kind of formal attire or something like that. My theory is Boimler and the Titan has to rescue Mariner from the Cardassians and Packlids in the season opener. I could see that. They are going Blues Brothers. The hell just...
Still Starfleet. We are still Starfleet.
I don't know what's going on, but Tindy's still hot. I don't care what you say. 10 out of 10 would still subscribe. I would still do that OnlyFans. Personally. Personally, I'd still do that OnlyFans. The Tom Paris plate merch looks cool. It even talks to lack of oxygen not included. Picosta, it can't be. Picosta. Listen. If they're selling merch, which previously we've stated means that they're actually doing well, it now means that they're just trying to fleece you for all your money. Okay, Picosta? 11 out of 11 would hug science bug girl. Yeah, I don't care what you say. Tindy's Tindy. I thought Discovery was canceled after season 1. It's been canceled 4 times. It's so canceled it didn't exist. What the hell is she looking at? Oh, wow. That needs to be a meme right there. Boom! Alright, so they're fighting a Pack-Led, the Titan. So I think you might be right. Maybe they were fighting, like, the Pack-Led super ship and something happens. Lore survives on 7 things. Love for his kids, Trek, his channel, coffee, us, and a lot of sarcasm. It's true. It's true. Well, technically 8 things, but I can't tell you what the 8th is just yet. Have to keep that a secret. No Scorpion Alien. Jeffrey Combs is the voice of the evil computer. That's cool. So they're in the space vortex of doom. Let's see. Oh, hell, did y'all see that? That has to be a flashback or something. There's no way they're going to make him a Borg. I don't think. Either that or they're going to be silly with it. The cancellation of the canceling of Discovery is circular and redundant. It's true. Were those aliens members of the Chalnoth? I don't know. I'd have to look up and see what the Chalnoth are. Discovery is like the war and bossing say. I get that reference. There is a person watching who probably gets that references too. A anime fan. I am an anime normie. I'm on the level with you. So I have watched, like, Inuyasha. I've watched the Avatar. I've watched the Avatar, the second version of the Avatar. I have watched Dragon Ball Z, the good one, not the elongated one. Yeah, I'm watching Ghost Stories, which is a very, very problematic anime, and I would not watch that if you have sensitivities. I want the Bajoran security officer back. He's crazy funny. I think they're bringing him back. I do. The tears of the fandom menace for being wrong is 8. It's true. It's so true. And of course you have purists out there asking, is Avatar really considered anime? And it is. It just is. Oh, we got Ferengi. That's her friend though right there to the left, isn't it?
The Ferengi got everyone else. It's up to you guys.
If only we had special powers.
We do. Maybe not here, but here.
Our skin!
Our brains. It's our brains.
Brains are inside of our skin.
Technically, brains aren't inside of the skin. They're just not. I mean, that's just science fact. I think you'd like Tigtone on the Cartoon Network. I've never even heard of it. Have I watched Monster Museum? No, I have not. I could see Boimler becoming an XB. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be an X-Born. It'd give all his character a little more edge. So I'm guessing... So, Caladoth, so here's what I'll say. It's surprising. I guess if you haven't been a part of it. On YouTube, there's a really toxic element known as the fandom menace. They started out, actually, the movement started out reasonably. They had a lot of good concerns and a lot of complaints. But now they really just attack anything. The movement has also taken things from Reddit, thought it was true, and said it. Like, literally, Discovery has been canceled 3 times, according to Fandom Menace channels. Literally, Kurtzman has been fired 3 times. Literally, the head of Star Wars has been fired a couple of times. Literally, they're retconning this, that, and the other. And people have actually put up fake Reddit posts and gotten them to say it as if it was true. The reason why I'm so hard on Fandom Menace is because of the viewers, the people it creates. I've done a couple of reviews of Phantom Menace videos, and in them, we have attacks on LGBT and we have dog whistles. You just do. And that creates and allows a toxic element that literally pushes people away. I have watched people literally leave YouTube because of it. Now, everybody's going to come out and say it. We are Starfleet, which is the reverse of the Phantom Menace, because for every action, there's an opposite but equal reaction. We are Starfleet does similar things. They are very... they tried to literally get my channel canceled 3 times. Tried to take food out of my kids' mouth. So I'm not a huge We Are Starfleet fan. I would say if I had to choose between the two, I'd live in a We Are Starfleet dystopia versus a Phantom Menace. But when they are wrong, because of how much pain their fandom has brought, their little commenters and viewers have brought, I delight in having fun with it. And so if you can't, and if that's something that's going to bother you, you're not going to have a good time. All right, let's get back to it. What's going on here?
Team waiting to take me to the brig, isn't there?
You know me so well.
It's funny because she's always getting taken to the brig.
There's a team waiting to take me to the... There's a team waiting to take me to the brig, isn't there?
You know me so well.
Love you, Mom!
Love you too. Never disobey me again.
I do what I want!
Aw. It's the same that they used to do beforehand. They're still at each other's throats. But they now do it with love. Is Hills versus Babyface one of them? Yeah, I don't know if he's ever done the things that the others have done. I don't really want... Well, yeah, actually he has done the things. So yeah, he actually pushes towards it as well, I would say. This is why I live in Kuroga, under the protection of the God King Bird of Prey 5. The people can't get to you. That's true. Can't we all just get along? Sure, we can. We can all just get along.
Computer!
Didn't she do something else? I thought she did something else.
Yeah! I do what I want!
Alright, so that was that. We're going to watch the Prodigy one. I'm excited for Prodigy. What do you guys think? I really... With the exception of what happened to Boimler, I'm excited. But I gotta be honest, the Boimler thing could actually ruin it for me. Like, it could actually destroy the series. I really am that invested in the character. Next time, court-martial for staying past curfew. It's true. Lower Decks is promising as ever. We Are Starfleet, is that like I am this? We Are Starfleet is, it was a term utilized in one of the shows, but it actually happened before that. I actually have done a complete video on all of this. We Are Starfleet is, they're the toxic left of the Starfleet fandom. Yes, and I want Prodigy to be good to prove a point. You said Prodigy would never happen. You lie. I did lie to you, Universal. No, Prodigy's still not happening. Look, listen, listen, okay? Look, listen. Prodigy, never gonna happen. I know you're seeing trailers about it. I know commercials are coming out. The Nickelodeon thing, never going to happen. Never going to happen. It's just not. That's science fact. Okay? Science fact. Not just any kind of fact. Science fact. Hold on. Let me spit you some truthing out there, okay? Let me spit you some hot takes. Let me show you some of the fun that's coming out, okay? Listen. Look.
Nickelodeon kids.
Look, listen. Look and listen, okay? Listen and look. Here we go.
Listen, that Nickelodeon kids show never fucking happened.
No one shall escape.
I'm getting out of here.
Oh, let's not get me that copyright strike. Just imagine with your voice like, oh, oh, stuff's happening right here. Stuff is occurring. It's all going down. It's all going down. It's all going down. Listen with your mind.
Trust me, it'll never, ever, ever happen.
Boom! Not happening. Never gonna happen, folks. Never. Not. It's gone. Done. Science fact. Spitting truths. Spitting some just God-loving truth. So it's the Bad Batch, but in the Trek universe. I don't think it's going to be as good as Bad Batch, from what I've seen. I don't think. Might be. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to pull up the trailer for it now. I'm actually looking forward to this one. Let me tell you why. I'm looking forward to this one because I can finally watch a Star Trek, a Disco Era new Trek episode, a series with my daughters. You wanna talk about some stuff that sucks. Cannot watch any current Trek with someone under the age of 13. And I would suggest being there in case the 13-year-olds have questions. I honestly wouldn't let my daughters, when they turn 13, I would not be a fan of them watching Star Trek Discovery. I probably would let them, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of Star Trek Picard. Probably would let them watch Lower Decks. To be fair, it may not happen in the alternate universe. My understanding is it's canon. Now, we're going to discuss that in a second, because I was really worried about that when they wanted to make it canon, because I don't want them to get, like, stupid with it. But I wasn't. Oh, Laura, you mean Burnham isn't family friendly? Berman isn't family friendly? Well, Berman might not. Are you joking right now? I'm not joking. I would not let my kids watch Star Trek Discovery Season 1 or Season 2. Maybe Season 3. Wouldn't let them watch Star Trek Picard at all. And I'm happy to defend that, by the way. It's not appropriate. It's not meant for kids. Star Trek Discovery is not meant for little kids. It's not. I'm sorry. I know the actress of Tilly was all about it being for... It's not. I personally, as a parent, would have huge issues with children watching Star Trek Discovery. It's just... I watched TNG as it aired when I was a kid, barely understood half of it. I mean, I kind of get Disco. I never could get used to the tone, but Picard is all right. Was Picard all right when they were ripping the eyeball out of his head and showed it in its graphicness? Was Picard all right when they specifically went out of their way to drug a person to make them pass, showing that drugs are all right and they'll actually allow you to get what you want? They'll just mellow you out. Was Picard all right when... What else has happened that's just, like, insanely inappropriate? I'm sure if I thought about it, there would be much... Was Picard all right when they started mass murdering in the Borg cube? I don't think Picard's all right. I honestly don't. We're really exaggerate this, are we? We're really exaggerating this, are we? We're really exaggerating this. It's really exaggerating this to say they literally rip his eye out and show it. That's an exaggeration, you're saying. I mean, we can pull it up and we can see if I'm exaggerating. I mean, I like rewriting history as much as the next guy. Can I tell you that I instantly started with 99,000 subscribers? Literally did. Like, I started yesterday. Started $99,000. And I can fly when people aren't watching. As long as you don't see me, I can actually fly. Facts. Which one is Janeway? I don't think they show Janeway here. They have her voice. Well, if you point out all the bad stuff, everything sounds bad. It's so bad. No, it's not just selectively choosing. It's literally inappropriate for kids under the age of 13. And even at 13, I'm a little weary. Picard's better than Discovery, sure. Picard doesn't have literal inferred sexual assault on a male and the female mocking him. That's true. That's not in Picard. Is in Discovery, not in Picard. I'll grant that. So it's a little bit better on that scale. But we're literally pulling pieces out of a human being so that we can harvest technology as a part of it. That's not a kid-friendly thing. It's not. Confirmed that Laura Logan fly. It's true. I think Picard's all right for adults. I just don't think it's that good. By the way, hey Lisa, hadn't seen you. Hope you're doing well. Maybe I saw you and said hi. If I didn't, hey Lisa. By the way, just to make certain people's heads explode, the person in the round power armor and the feminine alien use they, them pronouns. Cool. Do we actually see that, or is that just something that they said? I gotta listen to all the problems that channels have with Doomcock on Mr. H review stream weeks ago. That was some church right there. I don't know what you mean by that, Donovan. I'm sorry. The ripping of the Klingon into a human in Discovery definitely isn't for children or even my adult eyes. Oh, they actually had, again, implied sexual assault. You're watching this female have sex with a male against, from everything we can see at that point, it's against his will. Now, in the future, they retcon it, and it's something that he wanted to do. But at that time, it's literal inferred sexual assault upon someone who can't stop them, and then mocking of it by the person that committed the sexual assault. I am actually only wearing a shirt at the moment. That's true. So here's the interesting thing here. The Prodigy piece. The Prodigy piece is supposed to be... it reminds me of the Star Wars game. What is it? What's the most recent Star Wars game that came out? Not the Starfighter game. The one where he's the Jedi. Where they're doing this, but they don't want to. Like, they're in a heavy piece, like they're slave labor and whatnot. And so that specifically is an interesting take on it, I think. Oh, that came from Jesse Gender and Geek Filter, and they got it from sources. Fallen Order, that's right. Star Wars Fallen Order. I got to be honest with you. I'm a huge fan of Jesse Gender. I really like her a lot. I think she's an awesome individual. I generally don't take it... When someone says sources, I need more evidence than that. And I think that's the only fair thing to do. If fandom menace is held to a certain standard, then I think that everybody else should be held to the same standard. How do I feel about Lower Decks and Rutherford's eyepiece being ripped out by Shaq? I think that it's a cartoon, so it's not as graphic, but I also would say that, and I said it before, Lower Decks is not a kid-friendly thing. It's an adult cartoon. Now that I would actually let them watch at 13 because I don't think it's as graphic, but yeah, it's an adult cartoon. Kids aren't meant to do it. Aren't meant to watch it.
No one shall escape.
So apparently we got the Mass Effect species here, I guess. Again, they're being used for slave labor. Ducat liberated New York City. That's interesting. Rather have an edgy Trek than a nerfed one appealing to a younger audience. Well, I'm okay with disagreeing with you, Opolak. Again, if Jessie Ginger says she got it from a source that she trusts, and that source is within CBS, I would come near believing her than any person in the Phantom Menace. That said, I wouldn't say it, I wouldn't endorse it until it's something you could look up.
I'm getting out of here.
Again, more Mass Effect or robots, I guess? I don't know. We meet all of our people. So this is the robot that's supposed to be they, them. My understanding is that they're in the Delta Quadrant. Wonder if they'll slap a Halo species into Prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised. They're already trying to do it right now. Is that... You got a rock person right there. Look at that. I'm thinking right? That looks straight Mass Effect to me. Or is it another game? The round person is a Medusan in power armor. Okay. Wonder if they'll slap... Oh, I already talked about that. Rather, how do you feel about Lower Decks? You guys have already asked me this. Lore, do I believe they're running out of ideas for Trek? I don't think they have any legacy Trek anymore. I don't think there are any ideas for legacy Trek. I think that's gone. I think legacy Trek, where we looked at specific ideals and we used subtle conversation and subtle inference and insinuation to get a point across, I don't think that's there anymore. Trek, where they actually feared the conservative audience, where the conservative audience made or break Trek, so it was written so that a conservative audience wouldn't leave, that's gone. That's done now. So these stories are now disco era Trek. These are, it's written with a different spirit. While it is canon, I keep to it canon because that's what they say and that's how my channel works. But I would say it's kind of an alternate universe feel, another take on it. Now again, I stick with Alpha canon, but I'm so confused. I'm just going to binge watch TNG, DS9, and Voyager. What are you confused about? Is it wrong that I want Lower Decks and Prodigy to get much better ratings and views? No, I think that would push them in a better direction. So then we have Homeboy here, who has a hammer for an arm, I guess. And then we got this thing, whatever that is. Oh my god, they're copying Orville, guys. They're copying Orville. Nah, Janeway AI is the main character, which I guess is an evil AI. Why would you think it's an evil AI? Who would... What gives you that impression? Because I haven't heard anything about that. And I'd be curious where you got that information. You hate the Orville? I like the Orville. I think the Orville's good. Do I know what you do, Tossed Salad Man? Well, based on your name, I have a couple of guesses what you actually do. And I might be interested in your services. But outside of that, I don't have any idea what you do. Is he like a pet? Are they petting him?
Me.
So is it like a pet? What the hell? Kinda weird. That looks like... what? Who does that look like? That looks like a character that I've seen before. Well, unfortunately, no one will ever know that, Tossed. Unfortunately. I do have a cat behind me, that's true. Oh, you're thinking Evil AI. That's... that reminds me of another character. What is that from? I mean, Toss, you can keep saying that stuff. It's not going to get through, buddy. I'm watching Prodigy. Star Trek Prodigy. Kind of looks like Spot. No, not the cat behind. Oh my god. The guy on screen. Oh, can you not see this? I'm stupid. Why didn't you guys tell me you weren't watching it with me? See, this is why I don't do this stuff, because I'm embarrassed. I was trying to impress people. Someone's watching me that I really want to impress now, and no one's going to see it. Everybody hates me. I'm just a failure in my entire life. I don't even know why I continue to do this. It's horrible. That looks like a character I've seen before, though. I thought you weren't showing it for copyright reasons. Yeah, nah, showing. Watching your beautiful face and stuff. Well, thank you. Thank you, Trowish. That character is... I swear to God, I've seen some character that... is it Star Wars? No. Maybe? Cartoon. White Senator? Maybe this is who I'm thinking of, but now that I look at him, I don't know that it's... Huh. Can't believe you guys didn't tell me you couldn't see it. Looks like that character. Kinda. No, that doesn't look like Kerrigan. That doesn't look like anything like Kerrigan. I don't think. Someone said there aren't any humans on the crew, only the Hollow Janeway. Is that a problem, Steve Ernest, if there's no humans? You know, that's a good point. I don't think I saw any humans. But based on what we see, they basically are human-like, and that's really all that matters. Laura, you should try something different, like the Netflix series The Dragon Prince, if you want to. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, I mean, you have that sense of wonder with these characters. And so, it's basically they're like humans. While they're not humans, they're like humans.
Our ticket out of here.
So here comes the issue, the concern. When I first heard about it, they said that they were going to find a junked ship, a junked Starfleet ship. That's really, really concerning. Starfleet is a military. This is post-Dominion War, almost. Oh, yeah, it is. Has to be post-Dominion War. It's a post-Dominion War. There's absolutely no way that they would just leave a ship or leave any ships in a junkyard. The Prime Directive basically says that that's impossible. Like that would be a breaking of the Prime. Because if you leave it in a junkyard, who knows who's going to get the technology? That said, ships go missing all the time. Ships crash. You don't know what happens to them. All kinds of stuff can happen in space. Star Trek is horror in space. It just is. And so the fact that they find it, I'm okay with it at this junction. Yeah, slipstream drive gone wrong. It's making sense. Tossed, if you keep saying silly stuff, man, I'm going to have to, or person, girl, I don't know. I'm going to have to stop that. I'd read it was a derelict versus a junkyard, a mysteriously missing ship. Yeah. I'm okay with that. In a junkyard, wouldn't make a lot of sense. The Yuuzhan Vong versus the Dominion. The Vong, I think the Dominion would curb stomp the Vong. Not only do they have superior tech, they don't use the Force. Unification tells me what? Why do Discovery Era Starfleet ships have windows? Their view screens are yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like that they have windows. I think that's dumb. I hate that. I hate that with everything in my being. I think it's so stupid. I wish it didn't exist.
We've only just begun.
And see, she doesn't sound evil. So why are you going to say that she's evil? I don't understand.
There are a lot more stars than I thought.
See, they're also humanized. While there are no humans there, they're also humanized. I don't know. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I hate the Windows thing. It's so dumb. The fact it has an NX designation is interesting. It could have been a slipstream ship. Doesn't have an NX. I missed that. This is why I keep you guys around, because you're a lot smarter than me. And most of you are a lot more attractive than I am. It does have an NX designation. Huh. I didn't even notice that. Good catch. I don't mind windows in ships, just not in a warship. No, like, windows on ships don't bother me. The windows themselves don't bother me, because we know they're made out of metal. But instead of the view screen, they have a window. They, like, have retconned that. That is so frustrating. Kelvin Timeline does have windows. They do. It's not Kelvin Timeline. I know you're going to want to say it's Kelvin Timeline. It's not Kelvin Timeline. Didn't we have a Discovery trailer too? Discovery trailer. Season 4? I thought we had a new one. Maybe we didn't. Did we have a Picard trailer? I thought there was another trailer we had. Star Trek. Picard trailer. Nope. I could have swore. Maybe I'm just going insane. Windows themselves are fine, like in 10 forward, but on the bridge, yeah, no. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Discovery, when they introduce... Well, no, they didn't introduce it in Kelvin. But Discovery, when they used the Windows, they created a situation on why you don't have Windows. The Windows can be overridden with enough power. As long as you can get enough power, they can't dim it to stop from seeing in. That's why you have a view screen, because you can wait for it. Turn the view screen off. No, man, that's not what I was getting at. Okay. Just so they don't have those frustrating window updates. It's just, I get the joke. Y'all are so clever. I'm going to be ending this very shortly, guys. Oh, Bad Days has a great one. The image quality is so bright they burn your eye up. Yep. I mean, if you want to make sense, the bridge should be in the dead center of the saucer versus on the top. But then they can't target and destroy it and make it seem a lot, add more tension. Get in the game. Come on. Come on, Hendon. Get in the game. Is it just me, or does the NX new ship look like someone bolted an Intrepid engineering section onto an NX class? It's true. Even without windows, the bridge is still in a vulnerable spot. It should be in the center of the dish section. In theory, wouldn't you want to put it in the back of the ship if the ship's going to be facing? Why do dogs prefer Microsoft over Apple? They can put their heads outside windows. But seriously, folks, Apalock is going to be here all night. And so you should definitely try the veal. Because we like horrible things happening to animals. Don't eat veal. It's a horrible thing to happen to kids. Because it's like little babies. And no one likes hurting little babies. I'm pretty tired. I've had a hell of a day. Oh, you guys want to see something? We'll Are you guys ready for me to be canceled again? Hold on, I'll send this cancellation thing to you guys. So I'm doing a mini documentary on why Southerners should be okay with the removal of statues and stuff like that, right? And so one of the things I'm doing is I am dressing up as both a Union officer and a Confederate officer. And so let me show you this real quick, and then we're going to be done for tonight, lads and ladesses, beautiful people of wondrous intent. Why don't you want to... Come on. Oh my god. Someone helping out the channel. Only way I keep the lights on. How much did the timeline change for Starfleet when future ship was scanned? Rough estimate. How much did the timeline... I don't understand the question, David. What do you mean? I'll stay to answer that question. Me. The timeline, to my knowledge, hasn't changed. I mean, the timeline changes all the time. That's just what they do in Trek. But what do you specifically mean? I have it confused. Bow, 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 bow. And David, if you can @ Lore Reloaded so I can see it, please. Is that an appropriate one? Kinda. Not a huge fan. So when this comes out, I feel confident that I'm probably getting canceled. Again, for the 4th time. Because if there's one thing the left, especially Trek left, don't understand how to do, it's deal with context. Wow, that's pretty messed up. Yep. That thing is so uncomfortable wearing outside. I can't even begin to talk about how hot. I don't understand why they would do that to themselves in 1800s or 1900s or whenever the hell the Civil War happened. That stuff is so unreasonably hot. I can't even begin to talk to. Why didn't I delete that? Yes, I want to delete me. Waiting for David 22. If you guys see it, Romulus blew up. How much did the timeline change for Starfleet when the future ship was scanned? When Romulus blew up. So how much did the timeline change when Romulus blew up? Oh, you're talking about in the Kelvin timeline. I mean, it from what we can see, Romulus blowing up and then the going back in time, that like, so, what was the name of the guy that went back in time? The Romulan. He destroyed the Kelvin, which is why it's called the Kelvin timeline. Anyway, that guy. Them going back and changing timeline actually changed the timeline even further somehow. I don't know how that works, but apparently him going back in time changed the timeline before he even got there, because Kirk's dad should have never been on it. And then of course it changed it too. They scanned Neuro's ship. Oh, okay, thank you. Finally, it's all coming back to me. It drastically, I've talked about this before, them scanning his ship drastically changed the Federation, in my opinion, in a lot of ways. First, we have more advanced vessels that can not only take on Klingon vessels, it's not only a one-to-one match, they can devastate Klingon vessels. We have the Avenger class. Section 31 has become so powerful that they now like exist like within libraries, like under libraries with secret bases and stuff like that. It drastically changed their abilities. And I believe Nero, that's right. They I believe that it really militarized Starfleet, that they're not the space exploration that they were. Yeah, JJ Trek is more military. The scanning of the vessel itself had a devastating effect on the timeline. It did advance Starfleet technology. Sulu was Section 31. That's just fact. That's just science fact. All right, anything else before we end it? My beautiful people, my wondrous. Maybe it was not a timeline, but a different dimension completely. Well, so Star Trek has always believed in hypertime. Hypertime is when whatever could happen does happen. So, for instance, in this timeline, I have picked up this. It's to keep the thing on the wall. In a different timeline, I'm going to throw it at the screen, and it's going to crack it. In another timeline, this is actually going to become sentient, attached to my head, and that's going to be the end of the human race. Whatever can happen does happen. It just so happens that nothing happens here. I'm just going to play with it and show it to you guys for a little bit, and then I'm going to set it right back down. So, Trek has always had a hypertime, and so because of that, you could look as another dimension, or it could just be another timeline. I was late but happy. Well, Sci-Fi Therapy, we just waited for you. Kelvin versus Scary, after they saw the Narada in action, Starfleet, and as many guns as possible on their ships. Yeah. I'm sorry, Tost. I have to do it, buddy. But, Tost, don't worry. It's you, not me. Hope I did that to the right person. Maybe. How much did Nero's ship change the Dominion War? Probably the Dominion War doesn't happen. Laugh, it actually attacked your face. Yes. You would laugh. You should. What was the Admiral's ship class from the second JJ movie? Was that the Avenger class? I don't know. I know it's the I'm gonna F your world up class. The come at me, bro. The don't tase me, bro class. Is that what it was? Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I can't do it without you. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. I'm going to see you on the very next Lore Reloaded. It was, in fact, a Dreadnought. That is accurate. And now I'm going to sit here so that I can confirm it was a Dreadnought. And so, I don't know. Don't phase me, bro. Don't phaser me, bro. Why don't you love me up, buttercup baby, till you let me down? You know I don't love you, but first of all, you never say when you think you do. But I love you.